aquarium fish. But like, who wants to dick with hoping cryo is gonna fucking pop? Nobody. That's why nobody really fucking runs it. That's why everybody runs Ruminous. And what I don't get to is this is now a third rod that has Serene on it for the Astra Swish. Mixed 3 rods with Serene. Both rods, the Polaris and Astras, the mutation rate is 10 times, and Duskwire is only at fucking 2. Like, what the hell? Dude, it is a cycle. And here's the funny part, like, I love how there's a lot of people in the community who want to not actually see what's happening or what's going on. They want to make excuses and they want to try to what's the word? My brain's not braining. Defend, just like when we were talking about the Fishmas thing when in the live Nick came in and was like, "Oh my god, I can't believe this happened." Da 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 da. Blah blah blah. When he very first started talking about it, and I stated, "I'm a call bullshit," and I had people defending that he didn't know he'll have it fixed within the hour, and he never had it fixed. He never had it fixed, and he still hasn't put in the free to play. Like, I call fucking bullshit, and I was right. It never got fixed the whole entire fucking night. And then he came in and wrote out a bunch of fucking excuses about how people were on break and this, that, and the other, which, by the way, all those messages in the Discord have been deleted, which, again, I call sus as fuck. It's making it, again, where you can't believe a thing that comes out of their fucking face. They become untrustworthy. Um, and it sends a bad taste. It is bad. It is a bad way to behave, unprofessional, and a bad taste in people's mouths when you cannot be trustworthy. But I had people defending that, and I'm like, you're defending something that's literally happening in front of your face. But I've also had people defend and say, no, 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 the last time the game died, it was because of, you know, uh, gosh darn it, do big, da 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 da. And I'm like, I've heard so many people say that. But here's the thing. And they're like, because they sold it. Well, first off, they didn't sell it to Do Big. It was a joint partnership between Nate and Do Big. That's equal partnership. Do Big also left. The only common denominator between now and then when the game died, died the first time, is Nate. Like, Do Big ain't here to do the damage, and he hasn't been here for months. And the game's still dying and still having issues. There's only one common denominator, and it has nothing to do with Do Big. North Pole absolutely hit that situation. Well, and see, like Ligna and I were talking about it a couple nights ago. The quote unquote balancing when Dubik was here was better, vastly better. But some of the implementations of the actual like updates of the content and the way those got rolled out may not have been better. But whatever the fuck, and I stated this because I was all for when the big nerf first happened, and they were announcing that they wanted to do a balancing, right? Like I even stated then that I absolutely agree with a balancing. A true balance needs to happen. But whatever the fuck they did and whatever the fuck they're doing, ain't none of this fucking balancing. And it just made nerfed everything into the ground and made everything literally just solid pure RNG because nothing actually works properly. We're fishing up mutations at random that have nothing to do with a mutation surge, with you using a specific rod. Like, I'm fishing up hexed 90% of the time without any mutation surge, and I'm not even using a rod that can do hex. When did hex become a natural mutation? Like, it wasn't. They're also changing things under the DL and not even actually announcing it in change logs now. And that started happening after the massive backlash from the giant, when they did the giant nerf into the ground. And I'm going to suspect because they don't want to hear the backlash. And half the people never even noticed it to start with. But when they nerfed the starlight worms that for the Nova, which used to be 100% guaranteed chance for Nova, when they entered the Cerulean Fang to having Nova, they nerfed the starlight worms from going from 100% chance to 30% chance, but never even mentioned it. They never even put it in the change logs. Like, now they're doing things under the table, but not even telling you. That's not even announced. Which again goes back to sus as fuck, shady, untrustworthy. When again, there were announcements posted prior to how they want to be transparent with everybody and this, that, and the other and keep everything out in the open of what they're doing and the changes that they're making to the game, but they're not. They lie straight to your fucking face and play dumb ass fucking mind games over our screens like as if we're a bunch of fucking idiots. I mean, some of them may be, and a lot of them are children that just don't fucking know any better. But not all of us are fucking children and dumbasses. Here's the next question I have for you. If Too Big implemented the gotcha egg, was it truly Do Big? Since there was a giant ass fucking express Santa's Express gotcha machine? So answer that, because again, what's the only common denominator? Do Big isn't here. I've even seen in the messages in the Discord where the devs themselves, which again goes back to shitty, unprofessional behavior, where they have tried to put and pin their failings on Doobig. I have seen where they've tried to put and pin their failings on FISCH. I have seen them try and pin and put their failings on anybody and play the blame game on everybody but themselves. And that's another thing that G-Docs made a strong point earlier. If your, copy of a game like Fish It, which people and everybody, including the devs, have been carrying on with this. They stole our game. They stole our ideas. They made a whole copy of our game is doing better than your game. It's time for you to stop and look at yourselves and wonder why and what you're doing wrong. Because a copy, a spoof of your game should never be doing better than the original. And it is not because of this made up bullshit that you're feeding to your people in your Discord that they're all bots. And I have come across far more people in this community who run macros and AFK farm than I have in any other community. And they again, another mind game, and so many ways encourage it. I probably do. Babe, does this say anything specifically on that string? Babe? Oh, I thought you were asleep when I looked over.
It just says catch 2 string mutations.
No, not that. I can read that. That's in my face.
Oh.
I meant
The
in the
luck is unfavoring.
Right.
But
No,
there's
I
no
mean.
bait, no weather, nothing on it.
Okay, that's what I was wondering. And there's string.
Wow,
I just
young
need my
fellas.
Sabrina pop whenever I fucking actually get the string. So it doesn't really matter.
Oh, down fellas, I'm out of glitch potion, so.
Ugh. Luck is unfavoring, so meaning the lowest luck possible.
Yep.